Welcome to the channel. My name is Chris, and today I have my special guest, Jeni Christie, who just moved to Austin, Texas, and is in the fitness and nutrition space. Let's talk about this. Where do we even start? Where do you want to start?
Well, nice to meet you guys. Today I want to start with talking a little bit about myself, on what I do, my passion. I am a fitness coach. I work with women. I am very passionate about getting out of my comfortable zone, growing, motivating other women to go get their own, achieve their goal. I love teaching them how to be more confident, love themselves on their own skin, empower them.
Yeah, I think that's a big word for you. Is like I see you as like a lifestyle coach, which is a new branding, but it's like all you literally empower and motivate women through fitness and nutrition. So it's like that's the muse, but it's like you help grow them, and I've seen it. Like I've seen a couple of your friends go from somebody who was kind of scattered and didn't know who they were to having purpose, having motivation. And then even in you leaving Kansas City, like one is like doing what you're doing essentially from another angle.
Yes.
That's like the true essence of helping somebody, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Like I think I feel like I live in a purpose, and the purpose of my life, it is definitely empower other women. I feel like when I empower others, I feel powerful as well. So that way I love seeing them literally growing and blooming and believing, trusting themselves. That is such a blessing to see the transformation, like you said. I know exactly who you're thinking. Yeah, she is amazing. The transformation, the way they move, it changes a lot because they see that. When I see them, I see actually what they decided not to see it. A lot of my clients, I tell them, you just blind, because honestly, you are amazing women, like seriously. And when they start seeing what I can see, everything starts changing. They start believing that, oh God, this is actually working. I can keep going and I will keep getting results. And I think that's awesome to see, like I don't want to just be a coach and tell you like, eat this, do this. No, I love working from inside out. I love giving them purpose, showing them that they do matter. They do have a huge purpose in life. So yeah, I love seeing that.
Yeah, I love seeing it too, because even like some of the people you've worked with, I've had the not planned it, but it's like I've seen them at different stages, and they've gone from somebody who didn't have purpose and didn't believe in themselves to like purpose, believing in themselves, and building forward, which I think that is like a healer as a coach. It's like you said, you don't do it for them, but you empower them with their own tool set to build essentially their life with working with them. But it's based on what they want to do, not just you coaching and doing it all, because that's where people burn out. Versus like empowering, as you said, I love that. It's like you give them their own power to themselves again, and then they're able to build whatever they want. And that's like true coaching and healing, right?
Yes, that's exactly my goal. I don't want to make a bunch of mini Jeni. I want to make them themselves, I want to show that, you are powerful, much more powerful if you actually follow your path. And sometimes all they need is just a little bit of encouragement.
For sure.
Seriously. Whenever, like I said, I work with women, and usually they are not used to have this intention that I put towards my work, which is very, very intentional. I love, I mean it when I say I don't just talk with them, I actually show them like, oh, look where you start, how your progress it's going, and where you at right now. It is literally like magical. I love empower them on their own world, like I said, they don't need to be like me. They just need to be happy with what they are doing. And whenever they reach the area of feeling they following their purpose, it turns my job so much easier.
Yeah.
Because they just start flowing, you know. They even look at me like, Jeni, how come I have never done this before? I'm like, exactly. It's this simple, you know. You just blind. You decided not to see this side of yourself because you're so self-conscious that people is gonna judge you.
Yeah.
And that's when I come.
Yeah, 3 people have the fear of judgment, the fear of the unknown, and the fear of success. And those are like 3, I laugh at those fears now because I'm like, those are all things I want. Why would I be afraid of it? And everybody wants it too, but it's opening up to it. And it's like kind of walking them to it and then being like, now go play, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, and I've seen this in my life and everybody else's lives, is like your message. So your message is what you just shared of how you help women and help them grow. How did your life get you to walk this path first before helping others? Because I think that's a unique part of your story.
Yes, definitely. So I have an amazing mother, which always supported me, always encouraged me, always talk in my head like, do your thing, like you're successful by doing what you love, you know, like. So when I was 19, I had to face life on my own, not because my parents pushed me away. It's just the opportunity came and they said, take it, you have potential and you can make it happen. And that's when I start dealing with adulting life. Pretty much.
Give me the details. Where did you move from?
Well, I came from Brazil. I moved with my family to America, but they couldn't stay. I was the only one be able to stay to keep going with my college and university studying. So they went back to my country and they said, hey, unfortunately, we cannot afford you to stay. But if you're willing and we know you are able to, you're capable to, we totally support you. So that's when my parents pretty much said, you can do it. When with 19 years old, I had not just to pay my bills, but also to pay tuition and all that. And that's when I understood that even though I'm a woman, I'm capable to do everything I set my mind to, you know. And that's when I understand that if you create discipline, if you create instruction and you surrender around the right people, it's no other result but success. And that's what I try to provide for my clients, you know. I don't want to just help them to achieve their dream body. I want to work their mindset. I want to show them they are capable, no matter the age, no matter, you know, if the goal is aligned with their purpose, it's going to happen.
Yep. And I think a couple things I want to toss in there too is like a strong belief I have. It's like there's no such thing as men or women, white or black or Asian. It's like, to me, that's called a limiting belief. I think of people as all equal. We all have the same gifts. We all have the same skills. We all have the same minds. We all have the same bodies, but it's how we use it all to our advantage, because sometimes people will be like, I'm this, and I'm like, why are you limiting yourself when instead of empowering yourself? And then it's also like, no matter where you're at, there's always people you can connect with to help you out. I've seen it in solo travel. I got stuck on a lake and they're speaking Spanish and I'm using Google Translate and I'm like, this isn't working. She's giving me the runarounds. There's a girl who showed up from Germany, same problem. We worked together. We got on the boat, didn't ever see her again. And I was like, that was kind of like an angel who came into my life to help me. And it taught me too, to never fear, like always trust, because everything's around us.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It's just the fact that I came from a Latin community, not community, Latin culture. But a lot of countries on the South America, unfortunately, we still have this closed mind towards women. You know, we always grow up thinking that we need a partner, we need a man, we need somebody to be able to succeed. So that's when I come, you know. I am here definitely to break the paddle to
empowering women.
Exactly, literally to show what you just said, that no matter what you are, no matter your color, no matter your gender, no matter where you came from, if you're willing to work for it, it's gonna happen. So yeah, I love that. And most of the time, they have everything to achieve it. They just don't have somebody to encourage them, to show like, yo, you are doing right. And that's when I come, you know, as a coach.
Yeah, everybody has that power. They just sometimes need reminders from
Yes.
people. It's like even with all I do, it's like I have people around me that remind me of stuff that I'm like, oh, thank you. Like I kind of forgot. I kind of forgot I had that, and it comes back. But it's always like this reminders from coaches, from friends, from our community that really empower us.
Mm-hmm.
So then, based on that, you've moved around a lot too.
Yes.
Like that's where I was also like, I kind of feel like let's talk about that. So you've went from Brazil to America, and then
Miami, Kansas, Missouri, and now Texas.
yeah, and each spot I feel like I won't project this, but I feel like each spot has transformed you a little bit.
Definitely.
'Cause I know you got a moon in Scorpio, so it's like you transform a lot emotionally, but I feel like you have to go to different places. How has that impacted your life, and even like now where you're at here in Austin? Like,
Definitely, being an immigrant is a lot, you it is a kind of a mixed feeling that you are not from here, but every time I go home, I also don't feel home because I'm already different.
yeah,
So it is a little mix of feeling, but it is so powerful because the way it made me grow, the way it made me trust my instinct, myself, it literally definitely changed my way to see life. I feel like after facing all this, being new girl a lot, being new on a environment a lot, it empowered me a lot because it's not such a thing as growing on a comfortable zone. So I'm constantly seeking for growth. So that comes with the cost of getting out of your comfortable zone.
it sounds like traveling's a catalyst to your growth, and then wherever you land, you have to start all over again. And it
Yes.
seems like your clients, when you meet them, they have to start all over
Over
again.
again. Mhm.
So it's like, and that's what I believe is like we endlessly live the lives we do, and then we teach others when they come into our lives. We aren't
Yeah.
like walking on the street like, hey, let me teach you this. It's like
Mhm.
somebody's like, man, I just moved to a big city and I don't know how to handle it. And then it's like, there's Jeni, and it's like, oh, I've done this 100 times. Can I help you?
Exactly.
And it creates the connection.
It turns into like part of my routine in life, like it start over, not even it start over, it start a new chapter in my life. Because I believe every single move I go, like every single new city I go to, I'm always better and always connect with people that align with my purpose. And I start meeting, like I said, a bunch of amazing people that start seeing myself the way I see myself as well. And that just make it even stronger, and make me be even more like confident on my path,
Let's go. I love how you just brought in strong. Let's talk about fitness and nutrition to you, because I think like what you put in your body, you are what you eat is my favorite saying. And it's like, if I eat junk food, I kind of feel like junk. And after traveling for 3 weeks, I'm like really tight on my nutrition now, but I do what I need to sometimes too. But let's relate that to everything you've talked about, your nutrition and your fitness path. How have those empowered you to rise up in life? And then how do you share that with your clients too?
Well, I start working out first. So I never pay attention to my nutrition before. I started working out when I was only 14 years old. And when you're 14 years old, your metabolism is like, one, too easy. You can eat a whole ice cream bowl and you're going to be just fine. But then I've always been very active. I love any type of sport or gym, stuff like that. I'm very active. So discipline is something that you actually build, you don't born with.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, it was very hard for me because I do want to go to the gym, but I was very insecure with what I was doing around. So that kind of like make me shut down. If you don't feel confident with what you're doing, you kind of shut down. So I start working more towards my working out, building that discipline to show up every single time. So one time when I was in Manhattan, Kansas, actually, a gym owner came up to me and he came asking me, hey, I see you very disciplined at the gym. You always show up. At the same time, are you planning to compete? And I was like, compete? What do you mean? I'm just doing my lifestyle. And like, you have a physique to be as a bodybuilder. And I'm like, okay, what do I need to be a bodybuilder? He like, you pretty much do what you do, and now you just need to start watching your diet. And that's when I had a coach. So I used to be on the other side of what I am
Real
today.
quick, too. Coaches have coaches. Like, they won't tell you, but
100%.
like, somebody's paying. If you're paying a coach 1,000, somebody's paying a coach 2,000.
100%.
And they go up to like 100,000 a month. But it's how quick you can transfer information.
Honestly, hiring a coach made me save a lot of money for the reason why they gave me structure. Like, Jenny, this is what you gotta eat. This is what you gotta do. So it saved me time that I don't need to be like, what I'm doing today. It saved me money because I was like, oh, let me just buy something, on the restaurant really quick because I'm not having time to cook, or even buy a bunch of food and get wasted food on my fridge because I'm not using it. I'm not feeling like, So when I have I like to say that I don't build diet. I just teach you how to eat like according to your purpose, So he started giving me like all the nutrition I had to follow. And at the end of the month, I was like, whoa, I actually saving money, paying somebody to just guide me through this process. And I also having results and feeling and looking the way I wish to. So yeah, that was definitely a huge mark in my life. And I have coached for years and years that helped me to guide me through the process of getting ready for a competition, but also guide me through the process of like becoming a stronger mindset, trust on myself, like all that. So
yeah, and then just to reflect back to you, it sounds like you kind of got curious. You started playing with it. Somebody showed up in your life. They gave you structure and discipline, and instead of leaning on them, you took it and you saw the benefit, and now that's what you do for others.
100%. And it's funny because when I started working with a coach, I was like, this is what I want to be. I want to be what this person is for me, which I had a coach that he literally amazing in my life. And I was like, I want people to feel what I felt for this because he doesn't know, but he is helping me more than anybody else just by giving me structure. And I was actually doing business administration, and I dropped everything and I started doing kinesiology and nutrition. And I'm like, this is what I want.
Cool.
Because, people said your gut, it's your
first brand. Yeah, this is your first brand. Yeah. This is your second brand. This is just a receiver. This one's always on.
Exactly. And then I'm like, a lot of people feel miserable because they are not taking care of themselves.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah.
And I saw that in healthcare. It's like I honestly help people get better and then come back 2 weeks because they couldn't figure out how to change. And then they looked at us as support dolls. It's like, well, I'm going to keep doing my thing and I'll be back in 2 weeks. And I was like, I got to get the hell out of here. Because I was like, that's draining me. And let's transition to another part of your fitness journey. It's like competition. You've done the competition stuff. Talk about that journey, like summarize it, but then also like share about like, do you put your clients in it or not,
Competition is not for everybody, okay? Yeah. Because I like to say that bodybuilding is not just about your shape. It's a mindset game. Mm-hmm. It is definitely a mindset game because it is a selfish sport where you are constantly you against you.
Mm-hmm. That's life.
Yeah, and it's a very tough because you look good, but you do not feel that you're ready for it.
Yeah.
So it's a constantly feeling like that no matter what level you are. You can be your first competition, second, third, fourth, you can be a pro no matter what. You never, ever gonna feel ready. Yeah. You're never, ever gonna feel like, yes. And don't get me wrong, every single show I did, regional show, I won the overall. And even though I wasn't feeling ready, some show I was like, how did I win this? I wasn't even feeling, And I like to be very grateful. And I knew it that I had progressed if I compare my pictures, if I see myself how I was before, how I am now, but in my brain, it never accept that.
Yeah.
So for me to be able to see that I deserve the win, it was after a competition, like probably a month or 2 months later, that when you look back and you're already on your regular shape, eating crazy, whatever. When I went back and I'm like, oh my God, I was actually looking like this.
Yeah.
Your brain literally trick you. So it is a very tough. I'm not against, but I like to let people know that it is not about working out and nutrition. It's about your mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seemed like a good test for you after all this discipline, because it's like the way I see it too is like if you eat too many calories one day, you don't follow your structure. It's like there's nobody to blame in the mirror but you. But even in your case, I feel like you're really hard on yourself, and you're like, I'm not ready. And it's like you've won every show, and it's like the universe is like, here's a trophy to remind you of your hard work. But I'll even reflect this too when I do creative work. Sometimes I look at a video way too long editing it, and I'm like tired of looking at it. That's when I know I'm done with it. And I'm like, God, this is garbage. I'll see it 3 months later and I'll be like, that's dope. Why didn't I post it? But it's like when we're around stuff so often, we become used to it and it's natural. And then sometimes when we disconnect, it's like, whoa, look, like that's dope. Why didn't I post it? Why didn't I think I'd win? And it's like you said, it's an illusion that appears, but it's like what we're around all the time because it becomes normal.
So, me being a competitor, it actually helped me to understand my clients right now.
Exactly.
Because the fact that I was feeling that way, but it wasn't true, it's what a lot of my clients go through too. They always like, I know I'm better than when I'm start, but I'm not feeling I'm have progress. I wish, and then whenever I'm like, okay, just give a break. Do me a favor, journal everything you accomplished this week, everything you've been doing towards your goal, and give me 24 hours and come back, talk to me. And the person come back and talk to me and they say, I don't know what happened to me because I'm looking amazing. I'm feeling amazing. My brain just like switch out of nowhere. It tricks me. And that's why I feel like it's so important to have somebody to guide you, because those days comes more often than you think.
Yeah.
You doubt yourself. You don't feel like you're on the right path. Like always. Yeah. And then every time I'm like, calm down. Let's talk about it. Let's journal, because it's very important to validate what you feel and why you're feeling that way. Mm-hmm. So every time that trigger come back, it's so much easier to bounce back.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you take your own advice there? Do you journal?
100%.
Yeah.
And not just that, I also love surrender myself with people that they read my energy very easy. I'm very clear with, what I'm going through. It's hard for me to help it's very hard for me to ask for help, but they already know, and they're like, Jenny, come down. You're doing great. And I'm like, am I doing great?
Yeah, we all have that. I think people who help a lot of people, the hardest thing for them to do is receive.
Yeah.
But it's also like I've seen it in my own life too. It's like there's certain times that I'm asked to receive and I'm like, oh, but it's like, that was my last week. I was like, I knew it. And I'm like, okay, we're going to have fun asking for help and seeing who returns it. But it's also like, that's the hardest thing for the giver is to receive, but it's also creating a space for yourself to learn to receive too, which is, because a lot of the gifts doing being a giver is like when you do receive, like everybody's here to help you too.
Yeah.
But if you're endlessly giving and not receiving, you're going to drain your cup. So then you have to learn to receive a little bit, because then it's like give and take. It's like a really nice balance. And then I think we have 6 minutes left. Do you want to, let's eclectically pull this whole thing back to who you are and what you do now. So tell me how we've journeyed through your story. How have you transformed your life, and then how do you help your clients transform?
So I believe that I transform my life as having discipline. I feel like discipline is important for absolutely everything. It's not just about your nutrition, working out. It's also with your own purpose. Like whenever you accept on your business, on your relationship, family-wise, everything requires discipline. So living that life that I had no other option but be disciplined to be able to achieve and make things happen. I can understand my clients so much better and guide them through the path to hit that discipline towards their own goal. So I'm definitely grateful for all the struggle I have to face in my life.
Me too.
I honestly don't think I ever faced a struggle on my own. And I always had amazing people around me, and I truly want to be the amazing person for somebody else. That is definitely my giving. Um, yeah, so I definitely want to be that person for people, that safe spot whenever you're about to lose your mind. Just, like know that I am here to hear, validate your emotion, and help you to go back to your path.
Okay, I think you do really well. And what I heard you say is like, and I think people watching this is a really good moment because I've seen it in my life too. Is like, I played the victim for so many years and was like, oh, life's so hard. And then it's like lately in life, I've been able to see how I can help navigate people through like the worst scenarios. And it's like, what a blessing. It's almost like I've been supported and the whole time and everything I've been led into where I'm like, this is a corner. It was teaching me an important lesson that I'm sharing with other people now, and I don't ever have to really think. It's like when something happens, I'm like, oh, I've been through this. Here's what I did. I'm not going to project it on you, but like, if you want some help, try this. It worked really well for me. And I have a story. I'm like, well, I was in here and this and that. But it helps people understand that you're there as a support, but they also don't have to take your advice. So then it comes back to like what you said earlier. It's like you can create that safe space and stabilize people. But then at the end of the day, it's up to them of what they do and how they navigate it.
To be honest, I love the fact that you said about victimism. To be honest, that's exactly what I do. I just help them to get out of that phase of, oh my God, my life is so bad, everything's so bad. Yo, whenever you break that mindset,
It's a hell of a limiting belief.
This thing, it's like change your life.
I'll even say this is like it's funny to watch. I'll scare people with my positivity because I'm like, like my car check engine light popped on the other day, and I'm like, oh well, we just drove through water and bad gas probably in Oklahoma, and then it turned out to be that. But it's like I never played the victim anymore. I'm like, I'm gonna be the optimistic hero that if like something goes wrong, I'm like, I'm gonna get curious of how this is gonna work out for me and what it's teaching me. Because back to what we just mentioned was like nothing in life has ever been there to hurt me. It's to remind me of my power or to trigger me into learning something new that I came here to do. And then instead of like, oh no, I'm like, oh, let's go. The new thing showed up. Let's
Literally.
learn some more.
And I truly believe everything in life happened for a reason. So that's why I don't feel sorry, or I don't feel like my life is going against me. No, for me it's like, okay, this is a challenge, what we gotta learn, what we gonna grow, and how we gonna move on. Solution, let's focus on solution.
Yeah, let's not go too far into the conversation here, but yeah, no, it's like my dad growing up was problem focused. Like a problem would lead to a problem, and I just see him grow. And I'm very much solution focused too. I'm like, this appeared. What is it teaching me? What do I need to learn? And then how can I get through it quickly, but not force it?
Yep.
And then at the end of it, then I talk to the camera and I share that knowledge with people who want to listen, but I'm not like, here, watch this. It's like, welcome to YouTube. I learn, I post it, I share it, and when people want to listen, they do, and then I keep doing it. I'm not basing off the views or anything. It's just like when I learn, I share, and it's just like doing that endlessly creates value in my life and other people's life, and it sounds like that's kind of what you do too.
Yes.
Well, perfect. We got 1 minute left. Let's go ahead and land this. Go ahead and share with everybody where they can find you on social media.
Well, my social media is Jeni Christie, Jeni with Jeni Christie. And you can definitely find some, guidance. I'm tending to post more workout, nutrition tips, and all that to help you. And of course, we are willing to work with people that it's, ready to take that path towards your own goal. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'd say people who want to empower themselves through fitness and nutrition as a catalyst or a muse, definitely follow Jeni Christie. She's posting tons of tips across the board and every angle. And I'm excited to like help get this content out there because I think it'll impact the masses through simply being you, which is the art of life. So thank you everybody for watching. Be sure to check the summary for her link and stuff. And we'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
Woo!